What's going on, everybody? It's your urban farmer, and we are back and really happy about it. I want to share what I've been up to the past couple of weeks. But first off, I want to give a shout out to all of the old subscribers that have stuck with me over the years. Thank you so much for your loyalty. I really hope that the channel has benefited you in some way. It's been a big part of my life, and it's been a real pleasure to see it grow into what it has turned into today. So thank you very much, and shout out to all the new subscribers. A wholehearted welcome to all of you. I hope you get something out of the channel and it's beneficial for you. So what I'm doing here is I've got a spare bedroom in the house, and we are just going to build what's going to be a vegetative and flowering chamber. It's going to be an LED grow similar to what we've seen on the channel before. And it's just going to show that you can do no-till on a small scale indoors, obviously. This is 5/8 ACX plywood. This is just regular cabinet grade plywood. It comes in 4x8 sheets, usually somewhere around $50 a sheet. This box is pretty overbuilt. I really enjoy building, and I get a lot out of it entertainment-wise. You probably don't need to use this heavy-duty of stuff. It's, you can probably get away with cheaper materials. So I wasn't really looking to be cost-effective, I guess. It was just a lot of fun to work with this material, and it can be used for other things. Really versatile stuff just to have around. Anyways, we're just drilling out holes. The box is going to be ventilated with some light-proof louvers. You saw those in the last no-till grow. They're just vents that let air through and they keep light out, so really handy to have in a flowering chamber where you absolutely have to be light proof, or else you're going to hermaphrodite your plants and they're going to turn to seed, and that's not what you're looking for. We're looking for that pure Sensimilla seedless bud that is oh so tasty, especially when it comes out of organic soil, out of a no-till system. Oh, it's so tasty. You gotta try it if you ever get the chance. Highly recommended. So we're just putting in the side panels here. I do end up raising the roof on the box. I don't know what I was thinking doing it so short, but I ended up putting another foot on top of there. We'll get to that later on in the video. But the next step is going to be putting on the inside, finishing the poly and such. But before we get to that, let me show you what I mean by these louvers. It's by a company called B&H Photo. They're on the East Coast. I'll leave a link to them in the description of the video. I made a couple of misfires in the wood on the roof, but it's okay. If you just get some sawdust, preferably the same color or same type of wood that you're working with, and mix it up with a little glue, it makes a paste, kind of a wood mortar, if you will, and you can just, scoop some of this up with your fingers and just mush it in the hole. It fills it up just like you never made the mistake in the first place. Cool little trick. So just thought I'd share that with everybody. I don't even end up using this piece of wood for the roof anyway. So anyways, moving on. Here is the extension for the roof, and that's one of the panels, but I'm going to outfit it with an electrical box with a couple outlets in there, so we have something to plug the fan and the light itself into. So again, we're just going to bore out the center before we bring in the router and make the edges nice and fine. So after that's complete, we just slide in the outlet nice and snug, and later on we'll have to work on light proofing it, because the blue plastic gang boxes they come in aren't exactly light tight, and again we can't have any light leaks whatsoever. So moving on, now that the outlet is installed and working properly, we can get to the door. So this is going to be a Velcro style fabric door with light-proof fabric. This is the first layer. I ended up doing another door on the perimeter right next to it, so I have 2 layers of light-proof fabric, because this stuff that Amazon sent me is absolutely not light-proof. So be careful what you buy, folks. Even if they say something, it might be just a flat-out false statement. So no problem, we get some light-proof fabric later on, and we'll get to that. But for now, we're going to take a look at our HLG 550 LED grow light that we're going to hang. This thing is an absolute beauty. Shout out to Horticulture Lighting Group for sponsoring this grow, and I really can't wait to see what kind of product this light turns out. I know it's going to be absolutely great, since the light puts out a whopping 2.5 micromoles per joule. That's incredible. So anyways, here we go with the Panda. I'm going to use the white side to keep it reflective on the inside and just tape it up with some heavy duty Gorilla Tape. Can't ever get enough of that. And after some fine tuning and a lot of frustration and stretching, we finally have it almost completed. Putting this stuff up was difficult for me. I don't know, maybe I was doing it wrong, but eventually we get it done. And here you see the louvers that I'm going to install in the vent holes. That's some just regular 3/8 weather stripping, stuff you buy for the window seal. And you just throw it on in there to make a nice tight seal, and I just cut some slits in the fabric and the vent should slide right in there. Makes a nice light tight seal, and we go ahead and screw that in. Again, those are just going to let the air pass through and keep the light out. So you want to be as well ventilated as you possibly can in any grow situation, but when you're running something small and tight, you absolutely want to make sure you have ventilation to the highest degree possible. So in celebration of hanging this beautiful HLG 550 light, I want to take the opportunity to tell everybody, keep a smile on your face. No matter what's happening in your life, you can accomplish anything as long as you put your mind to it and keep your foot on the gas. This light pulls 485 watts max at the wall, 2.5 micromoles, which is awesome, but we're going to dim that down for the vegetative stage. Just put a tiny screwdriver in there and turn counterclockwise, and this unit dims down to 199 watts at the lowest setting, as you can see there, which makes this an extremely versatile light, vegging, flowering, whatever you want to do, and it's not going to put off a lot of heat against an LED, and you're getting a whopping 2.5 micromoles per joule. That's a lot of light energy. We're going to vent the box simply by attaching just a little exit. We are going to use plywood and a 4-inch flange, and once we have some clean edges, we can slide in our exhaust plate, and that will take care of the ventilation once we're ready to hook up the fan and the ducting. But first, we have to cover up the hole and make sure no aliens crawl through and take care of putting on a brand new roof. So all we did is take a piece of plywood and drill a single 4-inch hole that will draw in the hot air that is created by the LED. Exhaust it via this fan, which is an AC Infinity. I absolutely love this fan company. They actually do home theater box systems, and their fans are super quiet. It has a super nice controller with a bunch of settings on it. It's not plugged in at the moment, but it does light up to let you know what setting you're on. And it only takes about 30 watts, which makes this unit super efficient and super powerful at the same time, all while staying quiet, which is a great option for home growers. Anyways, I opted to use the blackout ducting because I've had light leaks through ducting before. You never really notice it until you notice it, which is too late. Here's a look of the second outer rim of the Velcro of the fabric. We'll get into that in a later episode. But we're also going to get into the Blue Mat watering system, which I'm going to use to keep the watering totally automated, which is best for the soil. And thanks to Grassroots, we have a custom pot, which we'll get into as we're mixing the soil next episode as well. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Keep a smile on your face. Remember, don't drink and drive, smoke and fly. Happy farming, everybody.